Okay, 12A. First off, I've noticed a typo on the study guide. I thought I had it right. I flipped the less than / greater than sign here. So that's what it says right there is what it's supposed to be. Anyway, so this I need to make it differentiable, which means it needs to be smooth and it needs to be continuous. To make it continuous, I set the two different pieces of the piecewise function equal to each other at x equal to 1. And then to make it smooth, I set their derivatives equal. So I'm going to first start by doing the continuous part of it. So I'm going to take the top, the part with the plus 5, and set it equal to the part with the plus 9, but I'm going to plug in x equal to 1 because that's my transition point. If it was a 2, I'd plug in 2, and that would actually make this a lot more complicated of a problem. So I plug in, I get 2a. When I plug in 1 to x squared, I get 1. So I'm just going to write, erase. Said the wrong one there. I was starting to derive it. So I get a, that x squared gives me 1. So I get a plus 3 times b times 1, which is just 3b, plus 5. And I'm going to set that equal, so that's the top. Now I'm going to set that equal to the bottom when x is 1. So that gives me equals 4a minus 6b plus 9. Now I can adjust this. I'm going to collect my a's and b's all together to make it less of a mess to deal with later. I'm just going to leave the b's on the left, add 6b to both sides. That gives me 9b. Subtract the a from both sides. That gives me 3a. Subtract the 5. That gives me plus 4. This guy, I'm going to star it. It's important. We're definitely going to come back to it later. And I may have to scroll down. So we're going to have to remember that guy. So now I do the derivative of each of these. Let me do a little bit of side work up here in pink. I'm going to calculate the derivative for the first one. The derivative for the first one is 2ax plus 3b, and the 5 goes away as I derive it because it's a constant, so it's not changing. So I get 2ax plus 3b. When I plug in x equal to 1, I will go to purple. When I plug in x equal to 1, I just get 2a plus 3b. I'm going to do the same thing for this guy. The derivative of the... Now, I'm setting them equal because I want their derivatives to be the same at x equal to 1. So the derivative of 4ax cubed is 3 times 4, which is 12, times a, times, I wind up getting x squared, but I'm not going to write x squared because I'm plugging in 1, so it just gives me 1. So I can write just 12a. Then I get minus 2 times 6 is 12b, and that's that. Like, the 9 goes away, the x turns into a 1, which just keeps it as is. So from here, I want to get something that relates a and b alone, doesn't have multiple terms. So I'm going to add that to both sides and subtract that from both sides. That gives me 15b equals 10a, which I'm going to scroll down. If I solve for a, I get a equals 15b over 10, which is, well, I'll write it, a equals 3 over 2 times b, if I simplify that. So this is the other important piece right here. I'm going to combine those two important pieces. This value of a, which I'm going to write as 3 over 2b, is going to get plugged in here. So I'll come down here. And I'm going to give myself a hair more space. I'm actually going to do it right over here. So I think that'll give me enough space and I don't have to scroll down anymore. So what I get is, we'll go back to blue. So I get 9 times b, that stays the same, equals 3 times, this is where I replace. That a gets replaced by this. So 3 times 3 over 2b plus 4. From there, I get, is that 9b? Is that right? Yep, that's right. So from here, I get 9b, so I'm going to simplify this junk with the 3 times 3 over 2. So I get 9b equals 3 times 3 is 9. I'm going to leave it over 2. I'm going to take care of the next step. B plus 4. I don't like fractions. They annoy me. I'm going to get rid of them by multiplying everything by 2. When I do that, I get 18b equals 9 over 2 times 2 is just 9b plus, that's a 4, not a 9. So 4 times 2 is 8. Nice 8. Now I just need to solve for b, so I get b, I subtract 9b from both sides, I get 9b on the left equals 8, which means b equals 8 over 9. Now I'm going to come back to my other green starred thing and plug in 8 over 9 for there. So I know that a is equal to 3 over 2 times b, which is 8 over 9, which simplifies to give me a equal to 4 over 3. And that is the answer for that one right there.